Good morning. Good morning. They call me Captain Texas. How do you guys like my cheesy Texas hat? Yeah, I don't take myself too seriously over here. Neither should you. But anyway, folks, I had a good discussion with Juanito earlier this morning, and I had last night. And I got to say that guy, I've never really heard him so concerned on pins and needles. I'll just say that right now. He's anticipating something. He won't tell me what. It sounds pretty severe. He's expecting something. Here's some dates that we need to look for. According to the occult calendar, the October 28th to October 31st are very important days. And I don't know. So let's look at bridges. Let's look at infrastructure. Let's look at potential attacks. Anything along those days. The 28th to the 31st of October are very important days to these very sick people. Folks, you can Venmo me 𝗑-ROD1977, 𝗑-ROD1977. I'm really feeling this cap, by the way. I like this cap. You like my Black Sheep family shirt? You can get it at patriotwear.com, part of the Black Sheep family. It says family member right there, baby. Oh, yeah. So we got a lot to talk about today, and I've had my briefings. I've had my briefings along with my morning coffee. And I got to say, we're in it. It's not even by the day now. You've heard me say this many, many times. It's by the moment. We are in a time now where any moment, anything can happen. Any moment. So here we are. Folks, you can get When the Lights Go Out on Amazon. When the Lights Go Out. I wrote this entire book with my thumb on my phone. That's not a joke. I wrote the whole thing with my thumb. And then it took me just a month. I wrote it all in a month. And in my mama's book, The Mexican Mix, she really spent a lot of time on this. Give my sweet mama a review. I have my mom doing red light therapy now. And if you go to the video, a few videos down where I'm talking about red light therapy, it seems to be improving. The inflammation in her joints and legs have gone away, plus the blood clots. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but she's able to move a little easier. She's starting to feed herself now. Those are things that I haven't seen her do in a few months. I thought this was going to be a rapid decline. Michelle Christians, thank you. Wow, thank you so much. And I'm starting to see some improvements with the red light therapy. I don't know. That's the only thing that I've changed. And she's taking the C60 drops. I don't know. It's been a really tough time for me. If you all see me missing shows here and there, and I piss off a lot of people because I got to cancel last second. They get mad at me. But I'm juggling a lot right now, folks. I'm juggling a lot. Get your Tony protein, folks. This is a Tony protein. It's the only protein I drink. Nobody likes getting older. Nope, none of us do. And I think I have an older crowd here. So you guys should really start taking all the supplements I take, by the way, or I push on here, I take. So one of the biggest reasons why is because our muscles become weaker, making the activities we used to enjoy more difficult to do and less enjoyable. First of all, you also be staying in the gym. Hey, yo. But what if you didn't have to get weaker as you got older? What if you could actually become stronger? Actually, bodybuilders become stronger as they age and they put on more mass if you stay in the gym. Celebrity fitness trainer Tony Horton says he's found a way to turn the impossible into a reality. His reality, which he is now using to help thousands of Americans remain healthy and active as they hit middle age and beyond. It's actually a lot simpler than you might think, Horton, who is 66, told us. It's a method anyone can do that takes about 1 or 2 minutes a day. And within a very short period of time, you can start to feel stronger and probably healthier than you have in years. Almost everyone begins experiencing some degree of age-related muscle loss starting between ages 40 to 50. It's perfectly natural, nothing to worry about. However, it can make it harder to exercise or perform routine activities you take for granted, like playing with your kids or pets or carrying groceries. On average, people lose about 0.5% to 1% of muscle mass each year, While that may sound minor, it can add up over the years and decades. Increased frailty is a big reason why elderly people are more prone to falling down, which can lead to prolonged bed rest and hospital stays, which can mean even more muscle loss, and which becomes a vicious downward spiral. I'm experiencing that now with my parents. Thank you for the super chat. Health experts have long believed age-related muscle loss is simply an inevitable aspect of getting older, but Tony Horton says he's found a much more effective way to help you fight age-related muscle loss and even build new muscle. This came as quite a shock to me because I'm the biggest workout guy on the planet, said the man who has trained Bruce Springsteen, Tom Petty, and Stevie Nicks. I don't know whether I should feel happy for this guy or sad for him. I don't know. I've heard those are some egomaniacs, to name a few of the celebrity clients, but the results are undeniable. Best case scenario, you actually have a chance to get into the best shape of your life, and it couldn't be easier to do, folks. In fact, the results have been so remarkable, Horton is now the subject of a short report detailing how his body strengthening method works. It's online and free for the public to view and share. Go to TonyProtein.com/Nino now to watch the video yourself. That's TonyProtein.com/Nino, or just click on the link below. This video has gone viral, folks. It's a great protein. I use it. Hit the link below. Get started. It's the only protein I drink, and you got to be really careful with these supplements you take. I always read the ingredients, man. And 𝗬𝗂𝗶𝗹 has been helping me out with a lot of the stuff that gets sent to my house, and I have to analyze it and check it out. And I have a lot of people on my side now that's helping me pick out what products I use and what products I won't. All right. So that's Tony Protein, baby. Yeah. All right. Spotify, Nino's Corner. Telegram, Nino's Corner. Getter, Nino's Corner. Rumble, Nino's Corner. True Social, David Rodriguez Boxer. Instagram, Nino's Corner.tv. Trying to build it back up again. They've shadow bound one of my accounts. I got up to like 156,000 on Instagram, and then they just cut me off, and then. So I'm building up a new Instagram. Also, folks, Nino Boxer, PatriotWear.com. Get a shirt like this, folks. Black Sheep family member, right here. Nino's Corner.tv. I got 𝗀𝗃 going up today. Great interview. Great. You know, she's very educated. That girl is very research savvy. She really does her research. And we have a good chemistry when we talk. It's always a great dialogue. I like 𝗀𝗃. A lot of people ask me, how come you don't talk to 𝗀𝗃 anymore? I do. I'm juggling so much shit in my life that I can't keep up with everybody. Yeah. I think it's about time. Also, speaking of 𝗀𝗃, I also think who else? Roseanne Barr. I'm calling you out. Let's do a show, baby. Yeah. I think we did a show already. I think we did one show, but it's time for another. Yo. All right, and Juano Saban's coming back on. I had Newsmax's own Bianca de la Garza. Bianca de la Garza. She came on. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. We had a good discussion. A lot of these mainstream people have to kind of tone it down a bit. I understand, but they're a lot more awake than you think. And they just have to play kind of coy, I guess. But Bianca de la Garza pulled no punches on my show. I'll be putting that up on Nino's Corner.tv. I don't know if I can air that on FluffTube. There's some hot moments in there that I'm like, I don't know. There's some buzzwords. And, you know, when my editors get a hold of things, I think sometimes it kills the essence of the interview or the podcast. So, I don't know. Guess who called me or didn't call me? They text me. 𝗵𝗻 texts me, and he wants to come on the show to plead his case. I don't know. I'm going to do it. But I'm going to do it with the help of John Carmen. I'm not saying this guy's guilty. I'm sure he's probably a Trump supporter. I don't know. I'm going to bring John Carmen on, United States Secret Service, to ask the right questions, because I don't want to be like I'm endorsing anybody, especially someone that, fucking got in trouble for some shit like that. So for me, I'm going to have 𝗵𝗻 on with John Carmen to ask the right questions. I'm pretty sure he's probably a good guy. I would imagine he's a good guy. I don't know. A lot of people, even Jack Posobiec said, nah, he's met the guy. He's a Trump supporter. it is what it is. I'm gonna bring him on with John Carmen. We're gonna do a thorough interrogation of this man to see where he stands. You all think I'm crazy, don't you? I know you do. I know you guys. This guy just gets on here and just acts fucking crazy and wild. He's wild. He's so wild. I also have Daniel Brinkley coming back on. We're going to be talking about, I guess, a solar flash that's going to just annihilate the planet. There's so much to look forward to this world. Oh, man, it's always the end of the world. Have you noticed it's always the end of the world, and then we have to wait till next year, and then it's the end of the world again. And then we wait till the next year, and it's the end of the world again. And then we wait till the next year, and it's the end of the world. Although there is a year. 2029, is it? Philip, I think Philip Schneider holds a lot of salt. I mean, that's why that guy's gone. That's if you're not familiar with Philip Schneider, that guy's one of the truest patriots there are, the truest of the true, who actually was in the deep state or Dulce, New Mexico underground alien bases. And I mean, this guy's story, I don't know if you guys know who he is. If you don't, look up Philip Schneider and get acquainted with this guy. Well, he's gone, but watch his videos, get acquainted with his videos. That guy was one of the main people that woke me up back in the day. You know he's not lying. This guy's, I mean, the shit that he's saying, you know we have a fucking problem. Termites. We got termites underground, if you know what I mean. I got to say, I think there's a lot of validity to that movie, They Live, with, what is it, Roddy Rod Piper? Is it Roddy Rod Piper? Do you guys remember Roddy? Was it They Live? David, you're so crazy. You guys know I broke my glasses. I stepped on them, so I don't have my glasses anymore. I need to go get a new pair. Yep. Things like that happen all the time. In fact, I'm very surprised I've had those glasses for so long. I've had them for many years now. In fact, I bought 3 pairs of sunglasses, and I've lost all 3 of them. I won't pay more than $20 for a pair of sunglasses now, because anytime I dished out the monies, I break them or I lose them. All right, folks. Nino's Corner, like I said, 𝗀𝗃, Newsmax, Bianca de la Garza, Van Miller, and John Carmen, Daniel Brinkley. It's on fire, folks. On fire. All right, folks, you might want to turn it down or turn it up, please. Turn it down or turn it up, baby. Yeah. You guys think I'm nuts. Coming at you live from the apocalypse, folks. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. Desperate times. Desperate times for the dark side. They need Beyonce. They have Eminem. Who else? Now they need Beyonce. They're calling up all the stars, all the heavy hitters back in the day, thinking that it's going to make a difference. Yeah, if you're still asleep, this shit makes a difference to you. You're like, can you believe she's going to have Beyonce up there twerking? I'm voting. If that's your IQ, if that's how you think, you're gone. You're done. There's no hope for you. Okay, there's really no hope for the human race. If that's what you're going to vote on, Beyonce and Jay-Z up there twerking their stuff, if that's going to get you to vote for Kamala, you're a little bit. Joe Rogan's having Donald Trump on, I think, today. That's going to be something to watch. I'm kind of curious. I know Dana White is good friends with Trump, and I know Dana White is good friends with Rogan. So I would imagine that this is going to be more of a conversation, a good podcast. I don't think there'll be cheap shots, but if there are cheap shots by Rogan to Trump, I don't think Trump will have a problem handling it. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. So I can't wait to watch that one. So whatever shred of credibility she had left with her supporters just exited the building. And you know what I'm talking about when she started comparing Trump to that crazy man that historically bad man in Germany. Praying wife. Thank you so much. I'm hearing so it's really bad, and I'm hearing from inside sources that early voting has Trump with an epic wide margin, like it's a shutout. And the margin is only growing by the moment, by the way. I'm also getting a shirt made, folks, of RFK, Trump, 𝗀𝗏cie 𝗂𝗏𝗃, and who's the other one? Elon. And it's going to be like an Avengers. I'm going to have them all like superheroes. The Avengers are coming, whatever. And I'll have them all on the shirt with Trump looking like Superman. I'll have Elon Musk looking like Green Lantern or something. I'll have 𝗀𝗏cie 𝗂𝗏𝗃 looking like Storm. I'll have RFK like fucking, I don't know, Robin. No, just kidding. Batman, maybe. Maybe I'll have RFK as Batman. I don't know. But that'd be kind of insulting if I put RFK as like Robin, the boy wonder. I can't do that. Now, RFK, I like RFK. I've said some things before that because I was nervous. I was a little bit nervous. So I've said some things, but I like RFK. I think he's one hell of an American patriot. And man, he's really, I was nervous for a little while. So now they go to an emergency move, which is call up Beyonce. Call up Beyonce. They already used up of Eminem. So Eminem wasn't enough, so now it's Beyonce's turn. These tactics are only exposing them further and probably persuading more Democrats to jump ship or leave the party because it's so pathetic how this looks. I mean, if Trump is out there putting America first, talking about policy, and they're bringing on Beyonce to twerk, there's a big fucking difference. I would not even say, it's not even about policies anymore. It's about twerking. It's about who twerks. And have you ever seen that movie, 𝗬𝗏𝗧𝗂𝗁𝗍? That's where they're at now. You remember the movie 𝗬𝗏𝗧𝗂𝗁𝗍? That's where they are at now. That is the desperate failing attempts of what they're hoping to pull over on America. That's where they're at now. That movie 𝗬𝗏𝗧𝗂𝗁𝗍 has never been so, to me, that's like that could be where America could go, honestly. If everyone voted for this lady, that's where they would go. That's where we would end up. Brando. What is it that it has electrolytes? But folks, they obviously have no cards left, perceivably. Now, if you talk to Juanito and some other, Nino, no, you're in my family and prayers in Utah. Thank you so much. But they're not, and I repeat this, they're not going to hand over the keys of the kingdom that easily, folks. It's not happening. So a lot of you, I understand how you feel right now. We're winning. Everything's great. Yes. But they're not going to hand over the keys of the kingdom. It's not going to happen like that. There are still many outside moves they can do or play to stop, halt, or disrupt this momentum. And they got to stop. So listen to me very closely here. They have to stop the momentum. It's just like in a boxing fight. When a fighter starts getting the better of you or whatever, I got to stop his momentum. So I hit him in the nuts. or I do something to throw him off, headbutt him a little bit. Whatever I got to do to take it out of him, take the steam away from him, take the wind out of his sails. That's what they're going to do. Do you understand what I'm saying here? And this could happen not any day, but any moment. So we could be seeing this at any moment. At this point, it's anybody's guess. I don't know what it could be. I'm looking personally at infrastructure or like at bridges, highways, things like that, or an unplug or a reset. I don't know. Financial, who knows? But an emergency move, make no mistake about it, an emergency move is coming. And as the saying goes, the gloves are off and so are all the bets. And that's where we're at right now. It's all about timing. So I've heard that whatever move each side makes, it has to be when you see the whites in their eyes. Let me repeat that. It has to be when you see the whites in their eyes. That's when they're going to make the move. Can't be too it can't be too premature. They can't do it post too fast. You know, it's got to be right at the right time. Timing is everything in a fight. So many voters expect violence after this election. Less than 2 weeks before Election Day, roughly half of voters expect violence when it's over, no matter who wins the White House. The latest 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗹 reports national telephone and online survey finds that 51% of Americans believe it's likely there will be violence or a violent reaction if Vice President Kamala is elected, including 26% who say such a reaction is very likely. However, 47% also think a violent reaction is likely if former President Trump wins, including 23% who say violence is very likely to follow a Trump victory. Regardless, here's my prediction, and it's just a prediction. I think there is going to be a stall. Now, listen to what I'm saying here so you're not surprised. I think there's going to be a stall so they can tally everything up the way they want them. And when it looks like, and there's going to be a big mess, and there's going to be a lot of contesting, and then there's going to be violence. Okay, so let me say that again. I think there's going to be in my opinion, my prediction, there's going to be, Nino's casino's open, by the way. There's going to be a stall. There's going to be a lot of contesting, a lot of fighting. And then there's going to be something happening. I don't know what, but some kind of triggers that happen. All right. 𝗬𝗏cie 𝗂𝗃 from Democratic candidate for president, former president, Democratic candidate for president, joins the Republican Party at Trump rally. Former Democratic candidate for president and independent 𝗬𝗏cie 𝗂𝗃 formally announced she is joining the Republican Party at a Trump rally on Tuesday. The rally was held in Greensboro, North Carolina, a key swing state in the upcoming election. 𝗂𝗃 recently joined the Trump campaign as an honorary co-chair for the former president's transition team alongside Robert F. Kennedy, another former Democrat. Man, this guy's got like an all-star lineup. Kennedy, Elon, 𝗬𝗏cie, Nino. You got the crazy Nino. Yes, you do. 𝗬𝗏cie 𝗂𝗃 says she would be honored to join potential Trump administration. 𝗂𝗃 cited her admiration for President Trump's leadership to transform the Republican Party and bring it back to the party of the people and the people of the peace. Party of the people and the people of the peace. And part of her decision. I'm proud to stand here with you today, Mr. President Trump, and announce that I'm joining the Republican Party. I am joining the party of the people. The party of the people and the people of the peace. The party of equality, the party that was founded to fight against and to end slavery in this country. It is the party of common sense and the party that is led by a president who has the courage and strength to fight for peace, added 𝗂𝗃. I would have put in there and dodges bullets really well. Thank you very much, 𝗬𝗏cie. That's great. Wow, that was a surprise, said Trump. That was really, she has been independent for a long time. That's a great thing, a great honor. Thank you very much, 𝗬𝗏cie. I used to be a little bit on the fence with 𝗬𝗏cie. I met 𝗬𝗏cie 𝗂𝗃 at the Joe Rogan podcast in Austin, Texas with BJ Penn. Thank you, Cindy Shipley. She's stable right now. Her vitals are good. Everything's fine right now. But you know, I didn't know what to think about her, man. I was trying to get a read on her, and I don't know. I think everybody has handlers, man. That's just my opinion. I think everyone has an influencer that's kind of controlling or manipulating their thoughts and minds. I don't know. It's just an opinion, but after meeting her, I had more questions than answers. But I think she's a very nice lady. She seems pretty cool. She's down to earth. I sat next to her in the Joe Rogan comedy skit. So that was pretty cool. I don't know. She seems like good people to me. Hey, yo. All right. So more salt to their wound, folks. More salt to the wound. Breaking, Trump is now considering using tariffs to fully fund the government and abolish the income tax completely. Can you believe what I just said? Abolish income tax completely by using tariffs. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Hey, shit, how many of you guys remember that one? Uh-oh, SpaghettiO. Remember that one? You got to be like in the 80s to remember. That was like 1984. Robert Kennedy Jr. states, if you want to avoid nuclear war, I strongly urge you to vote for Donald Trump. In fact, I would go so far to say that a vote for you-know-who is a vote for you-know-what. I don't want to say it on here. And so, obviously, we all saw that video that went viral all over the internet of Kamala comparing Trump to Adolf, the bad guy from Germany. Oh, I missed that. You said something about Trennis Evans. I need to have him on. You're right. Thank you for the super chat. The man who was responsible for the death of 6 million Hughes. In new audio, John Kelly says Trump believes fascism would work better than American democracy. They're really trying to scare the hell. Their last-ditch effort here is to scare anybody on the fence to get out and vote because they're using scare tactics. It's a desperate attempt. It's pathetic. It's sad. Retired General John Kelly, who served as White House Chief of Staff under former President Donald Trump, told the New York Times his old boss believes he could run the country best as a fascist. In audio released on Tuesday, Kelly said, Trump, Info Warrior, thank you so much. Trump fits the profile of a far-right authoritarian, and that he believed that former president would govern as such if elected as a second term. So let me just clarify on this. They know what's coming, and so do we. So does my audience. So it is going to be a reality for them when he comes in and starts cleaning house. And they're going to say, see, I told you so. And they're going to try to instigate civil unrest. Listen to what I just said. So they're going to see this. What they're doing right now is saying like, oh, he's going to be like this and like that. Not mentioning all the shit that they did. All the highly illegal shit. So when he cleans houses, they're going to be like, see, I told you so. He's a bad, bad man. Get what I'm saying? All right. Good. I'm glad I could be clear on that. CNN's host Anderson Cooper recited part of the report from the alumni published Tuesday in which Trump was alleged to have previously asked why his generals were not loyal to him in the manner that bad man from Germany's were. Cooper then played an audio recording in which Kelly explained fascism from his perspective and how he thought Trump viewed the ideology. Kelly said, well, looking at the definition of fascism, it's a far-right authoritarian, ultra-nationalist political ideology and movement characterized by a dictatorial leader. Centralized autocracy. Centralized autocracy. There we go. Autocracy. Militarism, forcible suppression and opposition, belief in natural society hierarchy. So certainly in my experience, these are the kinds of things that he thinks would work better in terms of running America. 𝗀𝗂𝗃 also told the Times, certainly the former president is in the far right area. He's certainly an authoritarian. Fuck! Authoritarian in him. Okay, whatever. Admires people who are dictators, and he said that. So he certainly falls into the general definition of a fascist for sure, Kelly added. You guys like the way I read? He certainly prefers the dictator approach to government, Kelly concluded, adding Trump never accepted the fact that he wasn't the most powerful man in the world. Desperate, and they're failing miserably. Yeah, I'm learning how to read pretty good. Well, in the backwoods, in the trailer park. All right. Fascist comparison. Harris slams Trump as a fascist as John Kelly is putting out a 911 call to Americans. Vice President Kamala Harris answered questions from voters at a town hall in Ashton, Pennsylvania on Wednesday night as she makes a final pitch to Americans of what is expected to be a razor-thin election. What is expected to be a razor-thin election. This is from a mainstream article. It's a razor-thin, folks. It's razor-thin. It's so close. They're neck to neck. That's why, if they're so neck to neck, is that why they're resorting to these type of tactics? The town hall, moderated by CNN's Anderson Cooper, gave her the chance to respond to and capitalize on comments made by John Kelly, the former chief of staff to Donald Trump, who said this week in an interview that the New York Times that his old boss fits the definition of a fascist. The former Marine general has also said that Trump had told him multiple times that the bad man from Germany has done some good things. Cooper did not avoid the topic, asking Harris point blank at the top of the discussion, do you think Donald Trump is a fascist? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I also believe that the people who know him best on this subject should be trusted, Harris replied, referencing Kelly. This is a really, really dangerous rhetoric, especially after they've tried to assassinate this man twice. And they're going for broke. They're doubling down. They're tripling down. They're quadrupling down. In other words, these type of inflammatory statements aimed at Trump. Okay? People believe this shit. Now, I'm saying this right here. There needs to be accountability, and they need to be when the dust settles, this type of shit, if it doesn't end badly, if it doesn't send off some cuckoo bird, she needs to be held liable for this shit. I hope you all know what I'm saying here. Especially after 2 attempts. And we could say the third with Van Miller, but I know where I'm kind of, I'm still going to do the interview with him and John Carmen. I think it's going to be a good one. Do you guys want to see United States Secret Service, former Secret Service? Okay, hold on. I'm setting this up. It's happening, I think, tomorrow. John Carmen, who is a Secret Service for Ford and Carter, who also questioned Hinckley, who put a shot out on Reagan. Do you want to see him question Van Miller? Yes or no? Give me a yes or no. Do you want to see him question Van Miller live on Nino's Corner.tv? No. No. Yes. All right. Yes. I'm doing it. Look, I just want to see the protocol that this guy follows. I know that I believe that Van Miller is a good guy. I think he could be. I think he is. I feel I've heard from a lot of people that he is, but I think it'll be it'd be great entertainment at least, right? It'll be entertaining because John Carmen sees a lot of red flags. And I said, you know what? Okay. And Van Miller's not hiding anything. So why not? Let's make it happen. Let's get ready to rumble, folks. Yeah. Breaking, HRC had just claimed that Donald Trump is hosting his rally at Madison Square Garden to replicate the 1939 Nazi rally held there before. And people believe her. So what's next? Beyonce, come on up. Beyonce expected to perform at Harris rally in Houston. Now ask yourself, why do they need? Oh, they need a large crowd. It needs to seem like They're competitive with Trump. So Beyonce concert, okay, a concert. So are they going for the rally or are they going for the concert? Are they going for the rally or are they going to go watch Beyonce's concert? The pop star this is really pathetic if you're resorting to shit like this. That's all I'm going to say. The pop star is from Houston, and her appearance comes as the vice president has welcomed other musicians like Bruce Springsteen and Eminem. Okay. Pop superstar Beyonce will appear with Vice President Kamala as her event in Houston on Friday evening, according to 3 sources familiar with the plans. Beyonce is also expected to perform, according in one of the sources who has direct knowledge of the preparations. The Washington Post first reported the news of Beyonce's appearance. The pop star is from Houston, and her appearance comes. Wasn't 𝗷𝗶𝗶𝗹𝗠𝗶, what's her name? Selena, isn't she also from Houston? I don't know. Is she from? I don't know where she's from. I know she's from Texas. 𝗷𝗶𝗶𝗹𝗠𝗶. So anyway, so we're gonna see Beyonce up there with Kamala doing her little twerky twerk. that's. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Yeah, I understand Vin Miller was on other shows. I get it, but you're not going to see him actually. You're going to get questions from a United States Secret Serviceman asking Vin Miller on my program. Okay, so you're going to get that on my program. I think that's pretty damn creative on my part. So you're going to get to see what it's like to see a United States Secret Service guy interrogate a guy who could be maybe the 3rd attempted assassin, which, you know, I know how we all feel about it. I don't think he was, but we'll see. We'll see what kind of questions. I think it'll be entertaining. Let's just put it that way. I think at least, the very least, it'll be entertaining. And if that's not enough, Donald Trump groped me in what felt like a twisted game with Jeffrey Epstein, former model alleges. So now here comes another one. A former model who says she met Donald Trump through the late sexual abuser Jeffrey Epstein has accused the former president of groping and sexually touching her in an incident in Trump Tower in 1993, and what she believed was a twisted game between the two men. So that's what it is now. That's where we're at. So, you know, he gropes you, he grabs you. How many years ago was that? 30-something years ago? That's pretty pathetic. And it's right at election time. Do you think anybody believes this shit anymore? I don't think anybody, not one person, is just like, oh, okay, all right, here we go again. How much money do you want? How much money do you want? Isn't it sad for those of you that are mothers out there and you have sons? Do you see what you have to worry about now? Imagine having a son, like some of you mothers, and your son now is growing up in a time like this where a woman from 20 years ago can come and say, he touched me on my ass. I want $5 million. The guy has to go through all these legal troubles and this and that. And that's why Sancho, those of you who don't know who Sancho is, Sancho takes him to the border. And he has the federales deal with him over there. Hey, let's go have a margarita in Mexico. Okay. And then she never comes back. I'm just kidding. Or is Sancho kidding? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Sancho does it his way, where he takes no shit. Listen to this shit. Tracking poll day 11, Harris extends a slim lead by 3 points in heated race. I just wanted to put that in there just so you all know. Just so you all know where we're at, that they're capable of doing anything and everything. So Harris extends a slim lead to 3 points when we all know, we all fucking know bullshit. But it's there, and they're saying this. She's got a slim lead. She's ahead of Trump. Tucker Carlson goes on disturbing rally rant about dad giving bad little girl a vigorous spanking. Fox News exile. They have to say that the Fox News exile, Tucker Carlson, launched a deranged rant Wednesday likening Donald Trump to dad who is going to give a vigorous spanking to a bad little girl. Speaking before Trump at a rally in Duluth, Georgia, Carlson compared a Trump victory in next month's presidential election to when dad comes home, prompting a what the fuck does this word say? Delineous ovation from the sanctity MAGA crowd. Carlson is in his whining and idiosyncratic. You know what? This printed messed up. Posted America as misbehaving child, and Trump is here, the patriarchal savior, to spank her. Yeah. I don't know, man. You know what, folks? If you're on Nino's Corner.tv, God bless you. God bless you, kids. Because you know what's coming. It's the news before the news. And as everyone else is talking about the events that are happening right now, we're telling you events that are going to happen in 6 months. Here's somebody I'm kind of looking at right now, and I'm thinking to myself, there's something ain't right with that kid. Something ain't right with that one. Something ain't right with that kid. Jared Kushner. I look at him and I think, something ain't right. Something ain't right. He ain't all there, is he? Something's going on with Jared Kushner. And I can't figure it out. I can't put my finger on the button, but he seems like he's always in the background with some little smirk. Could he be the Antichrist? I don't know. I'm just saying, he kind of it's kind of like a Weasley little thing that I'm picking up here. Jared Kushner faces calls for special counsel probe into Saudi ties. Democratic lawmakers are urging the Department of Justice, DOJ, to appoint a special counsel to investigate Jared Kushner's connections to Saudi Arabia. In a letter to the Attorney General Merrick Garland, Oregon Senator Ron Wyden, and Maryland Representative Jamie Raskin accused Donald Trump's son-in-law and former senior White House advisor of acting as an unregistered foreign agent by lobbying on behalf of the Saudi kingdom. I just feel like this guy's going to play a role at some time. I don't know what you all think. Give me a yes or no. Give me a thumbs up if you believe what I'm saying, or if you agree with what I'm saying. It's just an opinion. I don't know. I'm claiming it's just an opinion. Something doesn't look right. And I got a buddy that texts me all the time about him, who is an Army Ranger, a good, solid guy, Joel Carpenter. And I'm trying to bring Joel on. And he might be watching. Joel, if you're watching, I want you to come on the show because I think you'd be a great additive to the show. And I just think that he's such a smart guy. I give him a lot of credit for his intelligence. Army Ranger, hell of a patriot. And I'd like to bring him on the show, but he likes to stay kind of in the background, and he sends me stuff here and there. But I want to get him on. So give me a thumbs up if you guys want Joel Carpenter to come on. Very intelligent guy, one of my best friends. We got in a bad street fight one day walking out of a bar. I remember, I'm going to tell you guys want to hear a story? That's how you could tell in El Paso. This is kind of how you could tell your friends. I'm getting some chick's number outside of a bar. It's 2 a.m. in the morning, and I'm getting her number, and she's giving me her number, so no big deal. But I didn't know she was with somebody. Well, before I knew it, and I'm a big guy. Everyone knew I was the boxer in town, hometown hero kid, and I'm there with Joel, a few other people, and this other guy that stood out to me, John Weber, who was kind of like, I don't know, you would look at him and think like that guy can't fight. His way out of a wet paper bag. He couldn't bust a grape. I mean, the guy looks like a pussy. Boy, was I wrong about him. Anyway, we're all there, and as I'm getting this girl's number, I'm intoxicated, and As I'm getting her number, all of a sudden, I just, out of nowhere, I feel this forearm hit my neck. And this forearm, like strong forearm, whoever this guy was a strong, stout guy, hits my neck up in the air, pushes me over a curb. I fall down. And then in my mind, it's registering, oh, shit, somebody just fucking either punched me or knocked me down. But now I'm on the cement. And as I fell backwards, my hand hits the street. And I feel the gravel and the pebble from the street. And as I hit the ground, I hear footsteps running towards me. So I hear not one pair of footsteps, but I hear, so it's a gang of dudes. So there's like a lot of guys running towards me. So as I hit, my hand hits the back of the street, I look up and I see a cowboy boot or a big, like a steel toe boot, barely miss my face. Wham! And I spin. And as I spin, I get up and I go, bam! And I crack the guy, knocked him out. And then the other guy comes at me. Boom! I left hook that guy. He falls on the ground. He's out cold. 2 guys out cold now. And I'm looking at another. There's still 3 guys. The guy, I guess I don't know which one was this guy. He busts a bottle on the curb or on the car. I can't remember what it was. He broke a bottle and starts trying to stab me with a broken bottle. And as this is happening, another guy is going to he's trying to throw punches at me as this guy's trying to stab me with a broken bottle. And I see Joel come out of nowhere and bam, hits that guy, hits him. And Joel's the Army Ranger guy. That's one of my best friends. Hits the guy, hits him so hard, he hits the car and the alarm starts going off. I remember that. They go, dee-doo, dee-doo, dee-doo. And so there's a huge brawl now. And there's this guy that's standing there. It's like 6'6". So I tell him, hey, you and I go, let's go. And as I'm doing that, John Weber, the guy that we thought couldn't fight a lick, comes running out to the guy that had the broken bottle, okay? And he's fighting that guy tooth and nail, like a dog, like 2 dogs in a fight. And I'm watching this in my peripheral vision as John Weber is fighting this guy and getting stabbed in the ribs. But I couldn't do anything to help him because now I got this 6'6" guy coming at me. So when that 6'6" guy came at me, he grabbed me to try to take me down. But when he tried to do that, I pulled the sweater over his head. It was the December time. It was December. I pulled the sweater over his head and toma in his mouth. So when I put his sweater back over him, he barfed up all his teeth like ornaments, like broken glass. And that was all over the street. His face was like it looked, you couldn't even recognize the guy. The guy was just like his face was this big. Next thing I know, I felt my whole body going shock. I fall to the street and I notice I have tasers in my ribs. So now the cops are there and they're tasing me. So I pull the tasers out and I try to run, but I'm running all messed up. So they grab me. They try to handcuff me. And when they're trying to handcuff me, the people in the bar come running out and they say, no, it wasn't him. It wasn't him. And you got to mind you, the cops are looking at me, and then there's all these bodies all over the street that are knocked out. And they're all, no, that guy was not the one that started whoever was in the bar that watched this happen said, no, that's not what happened. They jumped him. And the cop looked at me and goes, you knocked out all these guys? And they go, whoa, wait. Are you Rodriguez? Are you the boxer Rodriguez? I was like, yeah. They're all, damn, you knocked out all these guys? I'm like, well, my buddy did too. And John Weber got sliced up pretty good. I just remember the cop said, we're going to let you go. They let me go. But those other guys were laid out like all over the place. And Joel took off running. I met up with him later that night. And I have a picture right up there, actually, of us after the fight. And I have blood all over my sweater. I'm looking at the picture right now, but it's both of us together. Those are some good times. Yeah, those were the times growing up on the border. That's what it was like growing up on the border. It was crazy here, man. But just to say, like, you don't know who your friends are, man. And John Weber was like, he was there, dude. He was fighting. And I would have never guessed it. And some of the guys that I thought would fight were not fighting. The guys that always said how tough they were, and they lifted a lot of weights, they had muscles, they didn't fight. Nah. It was the dudes I didn't expect. And they're always the quiet ones. Never fuck with the quiet ones. I'm telling you that right now. In any case, that was a hell of a fight. It was a hell of a brawl. One of many brawls, by the way. Anyway, folks, cyber attack. Cyber drills incoming. Practice makes perfect. Cybersecurity drills are planned for Election Day in Atlanta's Fulton County. Key location, the alleged 2020, you know what? The Department of Homeland Security will lead a large-scale exercise focused on protecting critical infrastructure. Protecting critical infrastructure, folks. They're holding cyber exercises in Atlanta. That should tell you everything. Ballots damaged in USPS mailbox fire in Phoenix. See, it's already starting. A blue U.S. Postal Service mailbox in Phoenix, Arizona was set on fire at approximately 1:20 a.m. local time Thursday morning, damaging several ballots and other pieces of mail, according to the Phoenix Fire Department. Isn't that great? In World War III news, is North Korea preparing for war? Is South Korea, if this is big, if South Korea infringes on North Korean waters, airspace, or territory one more time, a senior official in the secretive nation recently warned an immediate retaliatory attack will be launched. Jeez. On Saturday, a North Korean defense military official said authorities had discovered a South Korean drone in one of the Pyongyang's districts that crashed up to a week earlier. It was designed for long-range reconnaissance. Pyongyang said he may have been meant to spread anti-regime messaging, according to North Korea's 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝗃 state news agency. Should it happen again, the official said North Korea would be forced to respond. The type of bellicose messaging isn't new from Pyongyang. North Korea one-sided claims are now worth verifying. Not the response. The North Korea defense minister said that the alleged drone attack, but if upset their citizens in any way. South Korea has since said, our military will respond and start into a retaliation. Tensions of the divided peninsula are worse than years. Earlier this month, North Korea blew up parts of the roads and railways lining the head of the border. So let's go down to 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗃 says North Korean troops fighting for Putin will be escalation for Ukrainian war. Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko said Wednesday it was rubbish that North Korean troops are being deployed to support Russia's offensive in Ukraine. But conceded that would be a major escalation of the conflict in an interview with the BBC. Lukashenko dismissed reports of North Korea sending soldiers to fight alongside Russian forces, but said it would be a step towards the escalation of conflict if the armed forces of any country, even Belarus, were on the contact line. Whew. Elon Musk's super PAC doesn't name daily 1 million winner after DOJ warning. So they got a warning from the DOJ. Elon super PAC did not announce a lottery winner Wednesday in its daily 1 million giveaway that sparked concern from legal experts and prompted a warning from the Justice Department. Why it matters. The DOJ sent a letter notifying America's PAC, Musk's pro-Trump group, that its lottery could violate federal law against paying people to register to vote per multiple outlets. So here we go, folks. This is going to get so fucking messy. So messy. You have no idea. I'm telling you it's coming. Get ready. And from what I've heard, this could take up to 6 fucking months before we know anything. And in that time, in that window of 6 months, who knows what's going to happen? Just saying. Popular American rapper Lil Durk motherfucker, has been arrested and is being charged for murder for hire. Popular American rapper Lil Durk, motherfucker, has been arrested by U.S. Marshals and federal agents who recently conducted a coordinated operation that resulted in the arrest of 5 men connected to the August 2022 shooting in Los Angeles that tragically took the life of 𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀's cousin. I hope I said that right. Lil Durk, motherfucker, is currently being held at the Broward County Correctional Facility in Florida, where he awaits extradition to California. He faces serious federal charges, including murder for hire related to the death of 𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀's cousin. Lil Pop, motherfucker. So the investigation is ongoing, and this is still developing. The Menendez brothers, resentencing supported by LA DA George Gaskin sets press conference for this afternoon on Ryan Murphy spotlighted case. I think this was yesterday. Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gaskin said this week he would have a decision on the legal fate of the long incarcerated Menendez brothers, and he is making it public today. The DA, who's in the middle of the tough re-election campaign, will announce his support for a resentencing of Eric and Lyle Menendez for the shotgun murder of their parents in 1989. Deadline has learned a day ahead of schedule. The DA's office just revealed that Gaskin will give a press conference Thursday regarding the potential resentencing of Eric and Lyle Menendez. Damn. I heard obviously it's very tragic and terrible what happened. I mean, what they did to their parents, but the accusations were pretty horrific, right? I mean, what the parents did to them. So having been on a media tour of late overweighing new evidence of the repeated sexual abuse the brothers allegedly suffered from their father, music executive Jose Menendez. It's very believable. Gaskin is expected to ask for Eric, 55, and Lyle, who's 56, to get out of prison in the next few months, sources tell me. I don't know. Grand Teton grizzly bear number 399 that delighted visitors for decades is killed by a vehicle in Wyoming. So in Cheyenne, Wyoming, a famous grizzly bear beloved for decades by countless tourists, biologists, and professional wildlife photographers in Grand Teton National Park is dead after being struck by a vehicle in western Wyoming. Grizzly bear number 399 died Tuesday night on a highway in Snake River Canyon, south of Jackson Park, officials said in a statement Wednesday, adding the driver was unhurt. That's sad. A yearling cub was with the grizzly when she was struck. That's sad. Struck, and though not believed to have been hurt, its whereabouts were unknown, according to the statement. So now this little cub's running around the forest lost like Bambi, but it's a grizzly. At 28 years old, number 399, that's an old bear. 28 years old, number 399 was the oldest known reproducing female grizzly in the Yellowstone ecosystem. Each spring, wildlife enthusiasts eagerly awaited for emergency, from her den to see how many cubs she had birthed over the winter. So she was like the Yellowstone whore. She was the grizzly bear that got it from all the other grizzlies. She never got it from the Sancho grizzly. That's sad. She was the Yellowstone puta. The Sanchita. By the way, that's called the Sanchita. To all my Sanchitas out there, that's what she was. Let's get to what the fuck news. What the fuck news. Do you guys like my shows? You guys stick around, I think. A lot of you stick around. So I put this as what the fuck news because I feel like I'm very interested. I don't know. I think elephants are like dolphins. I think dolphins, whales, elephants, people, the memory of an elephant, what they say, I don't know. I feel like elephants are extremely smart. And anytime I see them in captivity or at the zoo or anything like that, I feel so bad for them. The only thing worse then caging an elephant is caging a bird. Okay? Because birds were meant to fly. But in Boulder, Colorado, should elephants have the same rights as people? A Colorado court may decide this. Boulder, Colorado, a case before the Colorado Supreme Court on Thursday was about elephants, but the justices had few questions about dogs. If 5 elderly elephants at a zoo in Colorado Springs win the right to challenge their captivity in court, what could happen to the pets kept by many people that packed courtroom? If elephants can seek their freedom, Justice Melissa Hart wondered what might happen with her dog. How do I know when it stops? Hart asked during the hearing on whether 5 elephants from the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo should be treated as persons under the law. It was a question asked several times but never really answered. An animal rights group, the Non-Human Rights Project, says 𝗵𝗃𝗶𝗹, Lucky, Lulu, and Jumbo, born in the wild in Africa, should be able to use a long-held process that's mainly for prisoners to dispute their detention. The group says the elephants are showing signs of brain damage because the zoo is essentially a prison for such highly intelligent and social animals known to roam for miles a day. They want the animals released on one of the 2 accredited elephant sanctuaries in the United States, believing they cannot live in the wild at this point. Wow. How do you guys feel about this? You know what? I agree with it. I'm going to say this. Call me crazy, whatever. I think elephants. I think it's inhumane. It's terrible. For such a for any animal, man, any animal. Every animal is supposed to be in the wild, but elephants, they're really smart. They're highly intelligent. I say, yeah. I think they should. I don't think they should be held in captivity and in circuses and shit like this. I mean, it's so tragic to see. A group unsuccessfully sued in 2022 on behalf of an elephant in the Bronx Zoo named Happy. Yeah, I'm sure he was. That's an oxymoron. New York's Court of Appeals ruled that Happy, while intelligent and deserving compassion, cannot be considered a person illegally confined with the ability to pursue a petition seeking release. Have you seen the elephants actually paint? Have you guys seen this on YouTube? Elephants actually, they can paint pictures. They paint beautiful pictures. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but they can actually, some of them are better artists than they're better than me. Let's just put it that way. But so the New York ruling said giving such rights to an elephant would have an enormous destabilizing impact on modern society. The Cheyenne Mountain Zoo says moving the elephants and potentially placing them with new animals would be cruel at their age, possibly causing unnecessary stress. It says they aren't used to being in the larger herds, and based on its experience, they don't have the skills or desire to join them. I don't know. The justices will issue a ruling in the coming weeks or months on this case. So I don't. How do you all feel about that? I personally don't believe elephants should be held captive in. I don't know. I was at the San Antonio Zoo the other day, a couple of weeks ago, and because I went to go see the animals, and I gotta say, when I saw the elephants out there and the rhino, they look so like broken spirits. I mean, just so that we can walk around and look at them, I don't know. And then birds in cages and shit. I'm like, man. I'm not with it. I'm sorry. I'm just not, man. Seeing a lion in a cage, I don't know, man. I'm not with it. I'm with it. I'm not with it. I'm not with it. I am not with it. So there's that. All right, folks. I'm out of here, man. I'm going to take the rest of the day off, go lift some weights at the gym. And I thought I'd try this Texas hat, my Captain Texas hat, out today. Folks, please hit the subscribe button, follow button, sub button, whatever it is, the like button. Share this video far and wide. I appreciate all your help. And I will be seeing you, what's today? Friday. So I'll see you Monday. All right. I'll see you Monday, folks. Later. And the new heavyweight champion of podcasting and the black sheep of broadcasting, baby, right here. Later.